Laynie and welcome to the channel. How are you guys doing today? Leave it down below. You know I love hearing from you. Season's greetings, everyone. Oh my goodness, Christmas is coming past. Hard to believe. New Year's Eve is around the corner from when I'm filming this, and I was like, I'm not pulling a last month where I started my monthly tray a solid week into the month. It just makes the month fly by so much faster. I'm coming down here and I'm getting this filmed today. So that is what we are going to do. We're going to talk December fragrance tray updates, thoughts, and what I'm going to reach for in the month of January. If you enjoy fragrance content, primarily a little beauty content, some lifestyle content sprinkled on top, click that subscribe button, join the fam, you won't regret it. And now let's just get going. I have a house full of people right now, and so if there's noise upstairs, my apologies, but again, we live here. So I will admit, this month really flew by, and I just feel like I didn't get to touch and use everything as much as I wanted to. And the only thing I added to this month's tray are my Marste Samples. One is up in my purse. Definitely Essence Vanille is by far my favorite from the entire line that I tried. So that one is in my purse so I can pop it on whenever I feel like it. Really enjoyed wearing Golden Nectar. I wore this a couple times to the gym. Is this a typical gym scent? No, but I think it works because it's not heavy, it's not overpowering. There's a little bit of a makeup note in there that I think adds a pretty freshness that works in the colder months when still hitting the gym. I'm gonna heat up, but this isn't too warm, spicy, or too in your face. A beautiful fragrance. It is very feminine. Honestly, I think this would make a really pretty bridal scent. It's very elegant, but I feel like it's a shapeshifter because, again, wearing it at the gym, walking by someone, I don't think my scent bubble is like so elegant and elevated that people are like, what is that girl wearing at the gym? It still somehow works. She's kind of all occasion, all season. This is definitely a top in my collection, and it's one of my cheapest. Rogba. This is an ultra spicy vanilla. Very effervescent, almost a little smoky. Maybe not smoky, a little more toasted. I truly think this smells like Pepsi. This gives me a soda vibe. I wore this, my husband really enjoyed it. He's like, that does smell really good. So if you love a unique grown-up vanilla that honestly to me smells like it would cost like a lot, this smells pretty high-end because it is so different. But it's like $20, which I love. Absolutely love Venom of Love by Navitus, a very rich, chocolatey, spicy cherry. Very much reminds me of Alt's Cherry Smash or Tom Ford Lost Cherry with a chocolate note. Very, very beautiful, very Christmassy. I always love to pull it out this time of year. This is more of a syrupy cherry, where I feel like this one has a bit of a creamy factor in there from that chocolate note. I wouldn't repurchase this only because I have this, and honestly in the deep dry down they smell so similar. But if you're on a budget, this one is really, really good and it performs really well. Ended up enjoying Tooth Love Me Onyx. It's still one that I'm like, do I need to keep it in my collection? I'm just not sure because I feel like I'm getting so many things that are kind of in a similar vein that I really need to do a sit down where I just like sniff away in my collection and be like, what reminds me of what? Kind of a rich floral vanilla. It's quite syrupy. There's a note in here that goes a little grapey for me, and I have a couple in my collection that do that. I actually wore this one a lot to the gym. Cloud Intense. I think this one is just a teensy bit more creamy, which I do like. Kind of reminds me of a fluffier Bond Tribeca, which, speaking of, I have the Juliana's Lower Manhattan. This is their version of Bond number 9 Tribeca. It really smells so sneaking similar, you guys. Like, I have smelled that one many a times, and this is so similar. I wore this all day yesterday, and I will say there's something about this one that I love it in the bottle, but I don't love it on myself, which I'm thankful I got this version because far more affordable. If I had discovered that after spending crazy money on a Bond number 9, I'd be disappointed. Absolutio, this one was my Christmas fragrance. It smells like Christmas in a bottle, but there's also this very sophisticated woody edge in there. It really just, it smells like Christmas time. YSL Black Opium. This is, I believe, called Illicit Green. Don't quote me, I always forget the exact wording of that one. Really love this. The fig note makes it a little bit creamier, a little softer. I feel like a little bit better blend than the OG. Also wore this to the gym. Kylie Jenner's, was it just Kylie? I think. Very spring, sunny, floral, maybe a little vanilla in there that kind of grounds it, makes it a little sweet, feminine. Not really usual for this time of the year, but I just wanted to reach for it. I do like this fragrance. There's just nothing groundbreaking about it at all. I really enjoyed wearing these two together. This is Sol de Janeiro 71, which is a caramelized vanilla and macadamia. It is very rich, ooey gooey. And then you top it off with this, which is a very spicy amber. To me, it very much smells like cinnamon broomsticks, which I love. Very fall, winter in a bottle, cozy, boozy, but the two together, so good for the winter time. I wore 62 one time. It's so yummy. It's like caramel, pistachio, so creamy. I love it, but it is more summertime, so I just didn't reach for it again, but it is just delicious. If you want to smell like a delicious caramel, pistachio, cinnamon cookie, this one, the Pistache Skincare body spray, honestly so good, pretty darn powerful. If you buy it with the lotion, you will just smell like an actual snack. Never even reached for my Yum Pistachio Gelato, sad, but I think I'll pull this back out around Easter. Definitely gives me Easter springtime vibes. I harp on this all the time. I know so many of you are probably sick of hearing about it because it's discontinued, but Royal Rebel, perfection. Never even wore the guide, which is the duo version of Homage Guidance, you guys. This thing is powerful. Whoa. Like, even just out of the cap is like, whoa. Honestly, like 2 sprays max of this because Guidance is already insane, and then this is an extrait. For some reason, I thought this would really call my name in the winter. It's just not. And then one I never even wore that I'm so sad that I really want to wear. So I think I will sneak down here and put it on one time before winter ends. Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf. That tea note in there is really good to me right now. I'm really enjoying that tea vibe. Usually not the biggest fan of tea scents, but there's something about that that is really nice to me right now. That is the roundup for the month of December. I really have no idea what I want to pick for January. I do know I'm really feeling the urge to declutter though. After anybody else after Christmas, like we're opening presents and I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, my house is too full. I need to purge things. I honestly have gotten my collection to a really good spot where most things are things I really enjoy, but I do feel like there's a few in there that could still come out. So that's definitely on the upcoming agenda. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. Let's go look in there and find out what I want to wear. There's definitely some new babies in here since Christmas happened. I spy. I honestly don't even know what I'm in the mood for January. I don't know. I think I'm going through a moment of fragrance fatigue a little bit, honestly. I know a friend on Instagram who does fragrance content has been kind of going through that as well. When you get so many fragrances, it almost is just daunting, and I feel like I'm in that stage right now. So anyways, I do think I want to reach for, that's crooked, I do think I want to reach for this. I really find this to be a beautiful fragrance. There's several that are just like so good in the winter that I feel like I have to pick them, but I don't know what I'm in the mood for. Who else hit up the semi-annual sale that just happened at Bath & Body Works? I want to say I'm proud of myself. I didn't pick up a single body spray. I almost picked up Cozy Vanilla Bourbon. It is so good. Like, if you don't have too many things in your collection, it is worth picking up. It smells incredible. But as I was sniffing it in store, I'm like, what does this remind me of? This is familiar. It smells just like the purple Sol de Janeiro. Why am I blanking on the number? The purple one, which is one of my favorites. So I was like, you don't need 2 of those in your collection, but it's so good. I did pick up 1 candle, a couple plug-ins, and some hand soap, but I'm calling that a win because I'm like, Christmas just happened. You got some new stuff in your collection. You don't need to keep on piling on more. I'm totally keeping my Marste Samples on the tray. I want to keep playing with those. I decided to go with the 2 body sprays I got for Christmas, Phlur Heavy Cream and Vanilla Skin. I do want to feature those in a video. I need to do it. I definitely need to talk about it. So that'll be around the corner. I will try my best to get that filmed soon for you guys. Dossier had an amazing Amazon Prime deal. I don't know if it was like Prime Day or just maybe it was just a Black Friday deal where it was buy one, get two for free. Like, what? That's unheard of, literally unheard of. So I picked up 3. One I ended up not loving. It's their version of Daisy. And the main reason is just because I already have the Dossier version of Perfect. And honestly, I felt like the two smelled extremely similar. I'm like, I don't need both of those. I picked up their version of J'adore, which J'adore just has fragrance memories attached to it. When I was a kid, I got to do a trip to Chicago and we went into one of the main stores downtown, and I think it was Water Tower Place, and they had me come up to the makeup counter and the makeup artist did my makeup, and it felt like such a big deal being from a small town. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in Chicago, they're doing my makeup. I was 11, and then she gave me fragrance samples of J'adore, so it has always held a special place in my heart. But the price on that one is just like really getting up there now that these prices are creeping up. I'm like, oh, I want a bottle, but not that badly. Like, honestly, the price is up there with some niche houses. I've always been curious about Alien. I've never had just an Alien in my collection. I used to have Alien Fusion, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get that one with the Dossier deal. And honestly, I really like their version, maybe more than the actual fragrance. It smells really nice, at least from the cap. One that I was like, well, maybe I could almost finish it up. It's so small, and I do love the way this smells. This is Clinique Cookies and Kisses. It's got a pimento note, which is so warm, spicy, cozy. I really do enjoy that note. It is also in Minuit Demi, and honestly, this kind of reminds me of that. But this bottle drives me crazy in my collection. It's the smallest I have in my collection. It doesn't fit in where I keep my travel sprays, but it's awkward with my big bottles. So for that reason, I just want to use her up. But she does smell really, really good. I did pick Vanilla Woods by 7 Virtues. This one is so good. I do not reach for this enough, but honestly, this is top notch. The vanilla in there is beautiful. It is creamy, but I believe there's a pear note in here. Don't quote me on that, but I think there's like a really yummy pear note in here that I really enjoy, almost like a caramelized pear. This is really a beautiful, yummy vanilla. Also a good vanilla. This is a very powdery, ambery vanilla. This is Donna Born in Roma. Why is that so hard to say? Donna Born in Roma, the Intense, I think it was just called. I don't have the OG. I picked this one up and I do really like it. It's a bit powdery. There's just a really lovely depth in there. This is alluring, you guys. One that I got for Christmas, I'm pretty sure it was Christmas like last year or the year before, because I smelled it at a Sephora, and from the cap I didn't love it, but I sprayed some on my shoulders, and as I was walking the mall, I smelled so good. This reminds me a lot of By the Fireplace without the smoke. It's a very similar kind of woody vanilla. And I'll be real with you, I don't even know if I've worn it since I got it. YSL Libre Intense. She's very pretty. She's very elegant. Kind of boss babe. Lots of orange blossom. You have to enjoy orange blossom. I like this one a little bit more than the original. I feel like it's a little more feminine with the amount of vanilla in here. I think this one is my favorite from the whole line. I will say I do wish some of these brands would kind of slow their roll with like doing so many repeats of the same fragrance. It's like, okay, you know we love them and we love that we love them, but maybe you could do something different. I was like, what the heck, I'm gonna reach for Flower Bomb and put it on the tray since I didn't wear it last month. I'm going to wear her this month, in the month of January. I'm gonna do it. Hold me to it, y'all. One that is so good, but honestly very, very, very particular season, Chocolate Queen by Navitus. And this is very yummy, very chocolatey. There is also a note of Irish cream in here, and that's what I actually really love about this. It is so decadent and creamy and yummy. Have to pick Kayali Vanilla Royale. This is looking terrible from all the fingerprints, but this one is extreme winter fragrance to me. It is boozy, it is vanilla, it is sugary, it is patchouli. It is quite intense, honestly. This is probably one of the most intense she has. And I will admit, in the first blast opening, she's not a love for me. It is in the dry down that is so warm and cozy. It is like the inside of a creme brulee. If you spray this on a big fuzzy winter sweater when you are out and about. You will feel so cozy and yummy and good. That is what I love about this. I did get Ledda's 20 Bourbon Brulee. This smells very different from what I expected. Honestly, I don't think I've smelled anything that smells quite like this. It's not what I expected. I haven't given her a wear though. I need to give her a real wear before I make judgments. Let it sit for a while, see how I think about it. You know, go live my life, come back to her, go live, come back, you know, that whole game. And then two that I just eyeballed into the hype. And I was like, curiosity is killing me. I need to try these. I need to know what they're all about. This is the Forbidden Sugar by Amir, which is Paris Corner. This is based off of some niche fragrance I have never heard of. It's honey, I think vanilla, maybe marshmallow. I think I'm nose fatigued. I don't know. I've smelled too many things that smell similar to this that I'm like, I don't think you're that special. But you weren't expensive, which I love. And I haven't actually worn you, so take that with a grain of salt, okay? One that I did really like on initial spray, Angham by Lattafa, which is supposed to smell like, why am I blanking? Burberry Goddess. Wow, duh. I feel like they are different though. For how much these are talked about smelling alike, I do feel like there's a difference. I feel like this one maybe smells a bit more like the dry down of Goddess versus the opening of Goddess. I sprayed this just to test it when I opened it up on Christmas, and it filled the room. My husband was like, that smells good, that is strong. I'm like, you know, they don't play with the Middle Eastern fragrances, okay? They are strong. Right, and then the last one that I did pick up during actually the Sephora VIB sale, but was saving it for Christmas, had it stashed away. Wouldn't let myself smell it or anything. I did open it, make sure the bottle wasn't broken. You gotta do that. And I was so excited because when I opened it, look how dark my juice is. I literally was like, Tony, I've hit the jackpot. I've got a good one, because I was scared it was gonna be like fresh off the line. And I have smelled bottles at Sephora that are fresh, where the juice is the light brown, and it's just very underwhelming. You're like, I don't get the hype, it's not that good. But then when you see the bottles that have been sitting, the juice is this dark purpley, almost black color. Then it turns into something magical, and I opened it up and I was like, I got an old one. Yes, that's what I wanted. This could be a staple in everybody's collection. Like if someone is just like a 3 fragrance girly, like this could be one of your 3, and you're gonna be so happy, and you're gonna be able to pair it with your other stuff, and you're just gonna love it, and you're gonna smell so good and so friendly and approachable and cozy and yummy and beautiful and feminine. I love her. I originally was like, I'm not gonna overstack this tray. I think I did. I think I did. So, oh well. I'll get through most of them, hopefully in the month of January. And yeah, that is what is on my January fragrance tray. Tell me what is on your tray. What do you plan to reach for in the month of January? Let me know. Let me know what you got for Christmas. You know I want to hear it. And yeah, that is all. As always, please try to stay positive, because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. I will see you in my next one. Mwah. Bye-bye.